I never know what he's doing. Maybe we'll get a goosey sighting. I'm not doing this sideways shit with you again. Are you on your stupid foldy phone? You can bring your green hat. Hi. You did it.
There we go. I once was addicted to Phil Collins music, but take a look at me now.
Mm, gonna be a long night.
Are we already recording? Did we get that? That was gold.
Oh, we sure did. Wait for me.
Yeah, I had one.
Jerseys. Shocking. What's on your stupid shirt?
Fit
10
brought
points
to
to
you by
Gryffindor. If you can. No, wait.
no.
10 points to Gryffindor. If you can name the movie where that shirt is from. We'll wait exactly 5 seconds. Okay, that
So
was 5 seconds.
I guess I'll cancel my order of onions and Limburger cheese I ordered for lunch today. There's no ditty closer to my heart than Day Bidet.
Okay. John was watching an episode of Pat McAfee the day after the Super Bowl, and Bradley Cooper was the guest, and they were talking about his new movie that's coming up that he's directing. And in it, he talks about Wet Hot American Summer and how that was like one of the first movies that he like really got into
It was his first actual
directing.
movie. He actually, I think
Hmm.
he missed his graduation from the Screen Actors Guild, I think, or some graduation he missed to be. That was his first actual movie. And the best part about that, um, if you haven't seen it, you totally should, unless you're like under the age of 18, you should do that with parental permission. They actually lived at the summer camp while they didn't have
Yeah,
trailers, like they stayed
why
in the
not?
cabin.
There's
Yeah.
cabins everywhere.
Right, right.
The fuck we need a trailer for?
I'd like to thank you all for allowing me to cook for you this summer. It's allowed me to get over my time in the Vietnam War.
Anyway, what you
What's drinking?
drinking? I'm actually drinking a wine from France that is not a Franc. I cheated on my wine store this week because I realized too late in the afternoon that I was almost out of wine. So I swung by the Teats and got the location wines are on
Yikes. For
sale.
those of you not from the South, she is referring to Harris Teeter. She did
Oh
not
shit.
actually stop I mean, she might have. That might be a separate excursion that she took today. But yeah, you don't get wine from the teats.
What if you could?
I mean, yikes, the teats.
Maybe we should start over. Anyway, I
Right?
swung by the grocery store and I enjoy the location wines. They've got like the bumper stickers that are white and just have the letters in them for like locations. Like when you go somewhere, you had a bunch of them on your Jeep. They're a circle.
Oh, like the oval ones? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it has
Uh,
like the company started a long time ago called Locations Wine, and that's how they label their wine bottles. And they're actually pretty good. My favorite is the Spanish one, but they didn't have it. So I grabbed the France because we were talking about the Franc. And then to make a long story even longer, I went to the wine store today because I forgot I had this. And I haven't been to the wine store in almost 2 months because what's funny?
I have so many funny things to say right now. Hurry up.
Okay, hold on. I haven't been because I was still drinking through my 12 bottles of Christmas and all the bottles that I got for Christmas. Anyway, I swung by and I was like, hey, stop laughing. I was like, hey, best friends. And they were like, where have you been, girl? And I was like, I know, I promise I'm not sober, but what's new? And he was like, well, I've got this really cool wine I think you might be interested in. It's 100% Cab Franc. And he has no idea that like we talked about it last week or anything. But he's like, we never get 100% Cab Francs in because they're very rare. And they got one. And so I grabbed it. And so maybe we'll have that next week. What's funny?
Couple of things. Number one, when you finally drink a Franc on this show, I think that you should put it in a beer stein and not a wine glass.
Why?
Then you can have a Frankenstein.
We're going to get kicked off the internet.
No, listen, the other thing
You're
that's funny
dumb.
is, the other thing that's funny, and I had to do that because it wouldn't be funnier after, because then we have to jump back. But anyways, I am using a Pixel Fold phone for this. Shout out
Barf.
Pixel, right? And I have it in like the tablet mode, so it looks like, well, this is weird doing it so that you can see it. So it looks like geese.
Nerd.
This app doesn't put you on the top hat. the line of the fold in the L is like right across your face. So then the first thing I thought is, when did my sister turn Canadian? Right? Because your head was just popping up when I
You're
saw
dumb.
her. And then now when you look down, your head moves. So your mouth, like your nose is on the top, but your mouth is on the bottom, and it looks like that Snapchat filter where it's just like the gigantic mouth when you're talking. So,
So shout out to Google Pixel for not being compatible with an app. Shocking. Shocking to learn.
anyways, what I'm drinking, I didn't have a chance to run to the local store, so I had to dive into the private stash, which is very sad and difficult because I have a lot of good bottles, not a lot of great bottles, but a lot of really good bottles. And I had to pick like the least best one, which which was taxing. So what I settled on,
Is
I
that
don't
why
know
it
if
took you 7 minutes to log on?
yeah, they had decisions to make. What I settled on, and I wouldn't put it in least best because it probably deserves a little bit more love than that.
Oh no, please
Um,
don't piss off the bourbon people.
Henry McKenna 10-year is
Ooh, I almost grabbed a
what I'm
bottle of
drinking.
that today.
Speaking of pissing off the bourbon people, I had an event last night I had to go to dinner to, and I think I ordered like a Diet Coke and bourbon or something like that. I was trying to,
Nerd.
keep it low key, right? And a friend of the pod was with me when this happened. He can confirm, foreshadowing. He said, "Is Basil Hayden okay? That's all I have." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course, like whatever you got." And I looked over at my best good friend and I said, "It's whiskey, not a bourbon." I was like, "Don't, he's gonna be mad." So there, bourbon
My
people, if you're
best
mad
friend
at
would.
me, I know that Basil Hayden isn't a bourbon. So,
Oh my God, I know what our next episode's going to be.
yikes. It's a
Is
lot
that
to
a
unpack.
bourbon or is that a whiskey?
Oh, now, no. I don't want to do that.
No, we should do that one in person, and it should also be a taste test.
Yeah, yeah. We're
Just
gonna
get
get
six ways of Sunday. And
we're gonna get schmammered for that. I'm gonna have to win it. I'll have 8 beers.
there was something else I had to tell you that was drinking. What?
I I have Chuck Norris.
I was on Facebook Marketplace last night, as I am every night, because there's a lot of reasons, but there's this Ray Dunn mug that I have to have, and I refuse to pay $20 for it. But anyway, top of my For You on Facebook Marketplace was a $5 He-Man action figure. And I almost bought it for you, but it's like 20 minutes from away.
I actually almost wore my He-Man shirt tonight that I got for Christmas.
That would have been funny twice.
Yeah. Listen, Chuck Norris doesn't believe in the periodic table of elements because the only element he believes in is the element of surprise.
Every day.
So what are we talking about this week? And by the way, for the record, let me give credit where credit is due. In the last episode that you saw,
Hmm.
she said we will do something next week, and I said that was a generous thought, thinking that it's not going to happen 2 weeks in a row. And for the record, I would like to proclaim this is in fact 2 weeks in a row. Look at you go.
Yeah.
Take a look
I
at
think I'm
me now.
I think I'm in the luteal phase, so we
Oh,
won't get a
I'm
third week
sorry.
out of me.
What?
Don't worry about it. If you know, you know. We won't get a third. Don't Google it. We won't get a third week out of me, I assure you. Actually, I'm gonna see you this weekend.
I was gonna say you're gonna be here next weekend.
We can film one in person.
Yikes.
We are gonna do bourbon versus whiskey. No,
You wanna play beer pong and you drink wine and I drink bourbon? See who falls down
no.
first?
It'll be me. I'll fall down sober.
Yeah, that's very true.
Actually, it's not true at all. I rarely fall down. Rarely. But God bless, do I trip over everything.
You do be tripping.
I'd be tripping. It's the luteal phase.
Yikes. I don't think you're allowed to say that. You're offending somebody. I don't know who it is, but somebody
I
is like,
mean, you're offending somebody because you live in a house full of women, so you should know.
and Chuck Norris.
Anyway,
And
I did not mean
a duck. Shout out my python. Sorry. Continue. Go on.
I did not mean to inadvertently title the episode when I texted you the topic. But as soon as you asked, do we have a topic for this week? It just came right out. I made it up myself. So this week's topic is I
Yeah.
don't even know if I can say it.
Yeah, settle down, folks. Strap in.
Don't you can't add any more S's. Strap in for straws, shirts, and Tarys.
Yeah, listen, my brain can
I
make
had
some
an
connections, but that one was quick. I was like, well, I'm gonna need a minute. Like, I got dizzy for a second.
yeah, I've never said that many S words in all in one time without tripping over something. Um, no, so we had so many people either texted me or messages or comment or just got angry about how many holes a straw has. Like people are upset, but what made more people upset was when we put it in the context in the very next sentence of how many holes does a shirt have. Most people were pretty confident in how many holes they thought a straw had. And so then when you ask them, okay, take your theory and apply it to a shirt, everyone got mad, as you would, as they
Yeah,
now have entered into my life with you.
yeah. Before you start, for everybody that's been watching the whole way through, there is no shirt at this point in the conversation. Focus
Oh, yeah.
only on the straw.
Yeah. This is a straw only conversation. See your way out of it. So the question of the hour is, how many holes does a straw have? Bitch, I don't know. This question keeps me up at night.
Oh, you're overhandling it then. It's relatively simple. A straw has two holes.
Okay. To be honest, I really did not think that was going to be your answer. I thought you were full send
Yeah,
on the one hole concept.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Two holes
Elaborate.
all day. Well, so a lot of people argue it's just one straight hole because it's a cylinder, and people don't really know exactly what that means. So technically, it's
What, cylinder?
one. It's one continuous hole is only one hole. Is the common argument for you one holers out there? The great one holiers
Not
that
doing that.
has
We're not calling
and
people that.
it's one single hole, right? Like it's one hole. I do not believe that. It's two holes. There's an ingress and an egress. Like
$5
Newton's,
words.
it's like Newton's first law of the Constitution or
Mm,
something. Yeah,
you have a degree in history.
that's true.
Okay, so a straw is just one giant hole.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Somebody in the coven is a one holer. I would tell you who it is, but not in it.
Think I'm a one holer.
Oh, you fell right into my trap.
We're definitely getting kicked off the internet.
Well, probably gonna have to move away from the school, but
Jesus. I'm gonna take the way too in-depth psychological side of this, which will also probably come out way more in the shirt follow-up. But
it's like, what shirt? I forgot there was a shirt.
I think that this is gonna come out wrong, but I think that holes are contextual. And so I hate you. So a straw is essentially physically a giant hole. It has one purpose for stuff to go through it.
Well, if it goes through it one way and it goes through it another way, is that two purposes or is that monopurpular?
It's monopurpular because it's the same liquid with the same intention both ways. So, and it only go, I hate it here. It only goes, this is not a good idea. What bricks me up is that when you think about the word hole, you immediately think of just digging a hole. So it's like, then you get into the conversation of is a hole one hole or two holes because it has to have an end.
Well, if it's capped off, like it doesn't go all the way through, that's one hole.
So that's one hole. But by stop it.
I'm learning so much about you. To recap so far, if you haven't been paying attention, Kay is a self-proclaimed, if I can say it, monopurpular one-holer.
It's one hole. Because if you can see through it, you're not looking through two holes. You're looking through one giant hole, right?
What about a tunnel? How many holes does a tunnel have? A tunnel is just a road straw.
Yeah, so it's a one hole. Tunnels are one holers.
I wouldn't even say one holer if it was a one direction one holer.
But it's one hole. You're going through one hole regardless of your direction.
Yeah, but if you come back the other way, you're going
Same
through
hole.
a different hole.
It's the same hole. You're
No,
the
it
variable.
starts in a completely different spot than the other one.
But it's the same hole. The hole didn't move.
The hole didn't start yet. The hole's back there.
So what part of the straw is the top and what part of the straw is the bottom, Mr. Two-Holer?
Well, you're thinking two-dimensionally when a straw is actually a three-dimensional thing. Draw a two-dimensional
So it's
straw. It's a line. How many points on a line?
fuck if I know. I was in Math
Where?
B.
That's a letter.
Yeah, Math B was for the not math kids.
Clearly. I think it's math 2 for the rest of us.
That's not funny. What is Math 2?
Yeah, if you draw a line has 2 dots.
If I draw a line down the middle of your head, I'll make it look like a butt.
Where did you go? If you draw a line has 2 dots. There's one on one side, there's one on the other. A two-dimensional straw is
But
a
it's the same line.
Sure, but a two-dimensional straw is a line.
All right, but a straw isn't two-dimensional.
A three-dimensional straw, the road version, is a tunnel. There's a three-dimensional line, and if a line has a beginning and an end, if it has 2 points, then that tunnel has 2 points. It's a line.
It might have 2 points, but those are not 2 different holes.
You're going to tell me it's 2 points but 1 hole? Wow, you math B. Yikes.
Listen, when I passed math, it was because the whole state got put on a bell curve, and we all passed.
Well,
Shout out 05ers.
the world needs more cow.
I'm just saying, I have a master's degree. Who needs math? The point is, a road tunnel and a straw is one giant hole. The hole is not different.
All right. Let's pretend.
I have a question.
No. Let's pretend that's true. Let's just pretend that's true.
Okay, but now wait, I have one more follow-up question before I have to argue my other point.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Okay.
Oh, okay. What constitutes the hole? Like, isn't a straw a whole hole? You're saying that a hole is the beginning and the hole is the end. What's the middle? Middle hole? Is there 3 holes in a straw?
So listen, this this whole time we've been talking about holes, right? And my brain just keeps going back to like Austin Powers. I'm like, on the whole, preparation H feels good. And so then I had another thought. So you have a tunnel, right?
Road straw.
Yeah, you got a road straw. It's a three-dimensional line, if you will. Don't fact check that. So there's
Math
a tunnel.
B.
If you had to put preparation H on the tunnel, how many places are you putting it?
You're not putting preparation H on or in a tunnel. You're putting it on a butthole.
Right. How many buttholes in a tunnel?
Is my mouth a butthole?
With all that shit you talk.
That was fair. Okay, so you're saying that the human body is a straw.
Yeah. And if you eat a hot dog, you become the hot dog. But that's a different conversation.
No, what?
Yeah. Hot dogs are ground up like meat.
No, we're done. I don't want to know. We're done.
So if you eat it, it's still ground up meat. It's hot. Yeah, hot dog. It's science.
How now, brown cow?
I will stipulate for the court that it is now a fact insofar as this case study is concerned heretofore. I will stipulate to the fact that a straw is monoholier. One might even say holier than thou. I don't know. A straw has a hole. A hole.
No, he played last night. Wait, I thought a straw had one hole.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with you at the moment.
Wait,
Can we
I
talk
really
about,
need to write this down.
Yeah, can we talk about shirts now?
No, I have a headache. So here's the earth.
You're wrong.
Okay, so if a straw is a shirt, is it also a road tunnel?
So you got a shirt, right?
Wearing a shirt.
Wearing a shirt. You got a spot for your head. And then straight down, you got a spot for the rest of your body. It's one big cylinder or one big straw.
One hole.
Agree, right? Like you could look straight down the neck hole of your shirt and you could look straight down to the ground. Just like if you took a straw and you look down the straw, you'd see the same thing, just smaller.
One hole.
Yeah, one hole. Okay. Stay with me here.
No.
Now think about the sleeves. So here's my question. How many holes does a shirt have?
No.
How many?
Well, okay. It's three.
3 holes in a shirt.
3 holes in a shirt.
Go on.
Shirt straw.
Yeah.
Then, because these are shirt straw,
Yeah.
there has to be something built to create another hole.
Okay.
Hole creation. So that's hole number 2, hole number 3,
Yeah.
still hole number 1.
Okay. You're wearing a long
1,
sleeve shirt.
2, 3. Got it.
What are your hands sticking out of?
Sleeves.
What part of the sleeve?
Hole 2, hole 3.
So your hand holes are the same as your shoulder holes?
Yes, because what if I have a tank top on?
It's just a smaller sleeve. It's a small sleeve.
But it's a second
It's
built
a,
hole. It's a physically different hole.
right.
You have
But
to take a
if
left
you
turn and a right turn to
if
get there.
you
That's a
if
second hole.
if you take your shirt, if you take shirt and you turn it sideways and you look through the sleeve, you're looking down through the other sleeve. It's just a crooked straw.
But it is structurally different.
So you got a straw that goes, you got shirt straw, and you got sleeve straw. If a straw
Yeah.
only has one hole, then shirt would.
Yeah, but I'm pointing it like people can see what I'm pointing. Yeah, but this sleeve isn't directly connected to this sleeve. It has a hole in between. So these are separate holes. If you
No,
didn't have a neck hole or a
it's all
belly hole,
connected. New York
shirt is
telephone.
not a circle.
From your shoulder, around your collar, down on the other side of the shirt, it's all connected.
But there's a hole in the middle.
See right
Context.
through. What about your arm to the bottom of your shirt?
That's one hole.
So that's one hole. The shirt hole is one hole. Shoulder,
I don't
that's
feel
now
good.
4 holes. Now, if you do the other sleeve too, that would be 5 holes.
Yeah, but this belly hole already exists, so you can't count it as another hole.
What? You got two, it's not even going, it doesn't even end in the same spot. You went this way to get through the shirt hole, but you can also go this way and come out a completely different hole, and that doesn't count as 2? You don't even.
But that hole has a different purpose.
It's not about the purpose. You end up in
Yes, it is.
You end up in 2 separate destinations. You went 2 different ways, and now you're telling me there's only one way.
No. Contextually, they are different things going through the hole. So this is one hole. This is one hole. But this is the same hole, so it doesn't get to count twice. This is different than this hole. So this is a hole. This is a hole. This is still one hole. Hole number 1.
And then
all the way through.
And then up is 3.
No, one hole.
1 hole, 2 hole, 3 hole.
3 hole. Period.
4 hole?
No, because there's a hole in the middle. There's a problem.
This piece is connected to this piece because it goes like this.
But you can't have this piece or this piece without this piece.
Sure you can. Sling top.
Is that a slur?
No. How many holes does a sling top have?
What are you saying?
Just a sling top. A one-shouldered tank top.
Okay, well, no one has ever called it a sling top in the history of shirts.
Like you just put your
But
arms
it's
in there,
not.
and it's a sling. It just rests there so you don't hurt your collarbone. Yeah. It's the most practical name for that.
No. A one shoulder top would then only have 2 holes. What's happening? Don't do that.
I'm trying
Is
to
there a
do
bird?
math. No birds.
Don't. A one shoulder shirt only has 2 holes because your head and your arm are in the same hole.
How do you wear a one-shouldered shirt if you had 2 shoulders? You are
naked.
quit. Well,
At least I didn't say sling shirt.
so you established the fact that a straw is monotubular. Monopurpular, even though it goes in both directions?
Contextually, the same thing's happening.
It starts and ends in different places. It's different. Same.
You are
Yeah,
siloing.
right.
You are siloing, pun intended, because a silo is also a straw. You are siloing.
No, that's a hole because it's capped on one end.
Yeah, but you can take the cap off to pour more stuff in it.
Anyway, each of
you're
those ends only
siloing.
serves
You are
one.
assuming the purpose of a road straw by saying there's a start end and a start and an end point.
Purpose doesn't matter. What you're using the hole for doesn't have anything to do with, is it in fact a hole? You have an ingress and an egress. Those are two different things. Two things can't be one.
You can't just make up words, shirt strapper.
Matter cannot exist in the same
All right, fine.
spot.
But we've determined that road straws are monoholar.
That's what you said. I agree that that is the conclusion that you came up with. And
We did it.
for the record, you said a shirt has 3 holes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do I feel like you're about to pull out the fucking Declaration of Independence? You look like you keep looking at your desk like you're about to pull out the definition of something.
Chuck Norris just turned his head and looked at me. I'm like, I'm sorry, Chuck. She's an idiot. I'm not telling him no. He's a fourth wise man. He gave Christ the gift of beard. It's crazy.
Who read children's stories to you? They were not the same parents that I had.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to let the internet have this one.
No, because I want to know how many holes do you think a shirt has?
How many holes do I think a shirt has? 4.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Because you're a 2-hole straw person.
Yeah, I'm polytubular, dude.
That was a different Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, those are cousins.
No, that turtle died because of the straws.
Shame on us as a society. I'm so disappointed.
And on my birthday. God, that was wild.
Yeah, straw has 2
That's
holes. Shirt has 4.
That's going to keep me up at night. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, we have to talk about the Tarys.
All right.
I think I just actually, saying that, I think just helped me prove my point.
I don't know what your point is yet, so I can neither confirm nor deny.
Remind me of this moment because I am going to forget how that made my point. All
Good luck.
right, we got to talk about elementary school. Many people have messaged me and asked if I was okay, but have also said thank you for pronouncing elementary school correctly. And so we bring this argument back to the internet. And here's where I'm at, because I'm the culprit. I'm just going to go first. When you are speaking of the school, it's elementary. It's elementary school, elementary program, elementary school teacher. It's elementary.
What did you just say?
Elementary. Like,
That's what you definitely said. True.
no, it's elementary school. If you say
All
it
right.
fastly, not
Less
fastly.
slower.
If you,
Less slower.
when you say it quickly, it can sometimes sound like it, but it's elementary school. Now, when you're talking about simplifying something, or if you're talking to your, I was going to say something that I don't think was politically correct. Let me figure out how I want to put this.
That's what we call growth.
When you're talking about your dear friend Watson and his simple-minded conclusions.
Are you implying that British people are simple-minded?
I mean, I didn't start that argument. That's
Yes. That is.
Didn't we fight a war over that?
That is a problematic statement. You should edit that out.
No, shut up. It's elementary, dear Watson, is what I'm trying to get to. Like when you're saying something is simple or primary, or that's another example. You say primary, you don't say primary. Ugh. Ugh.
You'd be surprised how many people say primary school, but it's
Those are not
elementary. It's
people.
elementary, dear Watson, because it's in that regional diction of like that's what they speak. You know what I'm saying? Like that's an English accent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes wasn't in Texas. You know what I mean? There's a reason why I didn't
Yeah,
say
but nobody
y'all.
goes to elementary school. No.
The internet is absolutely going to disagree with you.
No, I don't feel good about it. It's
Yeah,
elementary school. I
No,
can't be the
everyone's a
only
tree.
one who says that.
Everyone's a tree. Guarantee it.
Okay, does everyone say documentary?
Yes, they do.
Nobody says documentary.
I do, because that's the way you're supposed to say it.
So what do you say to those people who say documentary?
I try not to be pretentious and correct them.
First of all, that's a lie. You correct everyone all the time.
But in my head, it's like as bad as you didn't use an Oxford comma. Like,
Yeah, you would never let that slide. If somebody came up to you and said documentary, you'd be like, don't say that.
yeah, I still care about you. I just respect you less, you know? You'd be surprised.
It's documentary, it's elementary, it's primary.
Guarantee you there are more trees than Tarys. Guaranteed.
That doesn't make me less right.
Oh, but if the entire internet says you're wrong, how many
Okay,
holes
well,
is it?
listing out all of the things that the entire internet has gotten wrong is an episode we could do every day.
Well, sure. I'm just saying, you're going to be surprised with your answer. That's definitely Terry. How about
It's
military?
documentary.
Military?
No one says military. It's military, just like it's elementary, just like it's documentary, just like it's primary.
No notes, no crumbs. You're gonna get flamed so hard.
I'm gonna get ruined.
Yeah, ruined. It was fun while it lasted,
What
folks.
reminded me, yeah, this is great. I'm glad we got through 2 episodes. Well, there'll
Yeah.
not be a third because I'm gonna get kicked off the internet. But the one that I thought of when I said let's talk about the Terrys, I don't know why, but dysentery popped right into my head. And so,
You should listen. You should never diss Terry. He's a wonderful guy, and you'll never make a door.
do we know a Terry?
I know a couple Terrys.
I know a Terry, but it's dysentery. It's not dysentery. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. This Terry all
But
day.
what you're saying is that it's documentary, primary, and military, but no one's gonna say elementary, even
Nobody
though
will
that's right.
say, yeah, they will say military, but they will not say elementary or documentary
And what's the justification behind that?
because they believe, and I believe that they believe this, that that's just not how you say that word. It's like
But how
metropolis.
did that word change and none of the others changed?
Give me an example.
Why don't we say primary or military?
Hmm?
If you're going to use that's that culture's dialect, okay, they say military, they say primary. So
Yeah, there's definitely regional diction that's in there. Like it's like y'all in the South. Nobody says it anywhere else, but that doesn't mean that y'all ain't a word. Southern sentence, if I ever did say one.
it was, but we've said y'all our whole lives. Y'all is
Right,
country, not southern.
right.
There's a big difference between country and southern.
But it's still Terry.
I
Put
thought
it
it was
in
tree.
no, put it in reverse. I agree. It's Terry. The internet will not agree with it. That's why I brought it up.
I don't give a shit what the internet thinks about me. If that's news to you, I'm sorry.
I've seen your stuff. Stop putting cold foam in hot coffee. It's gross.
What?
I've seen
Okay,
about the videos that you post.
people are mad about that.
Yeah, you have hot coffee. You're putting cold cream in
Yeah,
hot coffee.
because I want to drink it right now.
No. But putting
Also,
hot
I
foam
don't
in it.
believe in hot milk.
What do you mean you don't believe in it? Like it doesn't
No,
exist?
I don't think that hot milk should exist, and I don't think you should put meat in the microwave.
Could you put an all meats pizza in the microwave, like a slice the next morning? Wouldn't that be meat in the microwave?
I try not to put pizza in the microwave, but in a pinch, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But I don't like to reheat meat in the microwave. Ugh. I don't even want to talk about it. It makes me gag.
You can do a hot dog in the microwave.
Yeah, but why? You just put it on the pan.
Yeah, you gotta let the pan get hot, and put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Down ahead.
Yeah, with you.
Yeah.
I recently had a few people message me and say, one of my friends who teases me often on the internet messaged me and said, cold foam in a hot coffee, that's diabolical.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know who that person is, but it's like Ted Lasso coming back through the door, like, yeah, tickets.
Yeah.
Like,
He loves Ted Lasso too, and also is a Bruins fan, shocking to no one. But once I described, it's immediate drinkability, like
have a
good to
cold,
go.
like you can have cold foam, like that's perfectly fine. But cold foam goes on a cold drink.
Yeah, here's the thing about the cold foam though. It's actually not that cold. It becomes near to room temperature at that point because of the swirly friction.
Yes, you have room temperature coffee.
No, I have room temperature foam going into blazing balls hot coffee. And now I have perfect temperature coffee ready for immediate drinkability. And you want to know how I know that it's perfect? Because think about all the people that come to my house
Because
and
you
beg me
aggravate.
to make
Sorry.
what?
Beg you make coffee?
What did you say? Say it with your whole chest.
You said, I know I make good coffee. I
Mhm.
said, because you, because you macrame a pair of jean shorts in gym class. Because you listen to Coldplay. Where you going with this?
Minus 10 points. We need to start keeping points. Track of all the points that we give.
Yeah.
Because people come over to my house and beg me to make coffee, and every single one of them is like, God, this is so good. I know.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a little offended and or maybe just confused as to why, after almost 2 years now of coffee videos, people are just now saying comments about cold foam and hot coffee. I've not deviated from that. That's never changed. Why are we mad now about cold milk?
I just noticed it. And to
It's
be
been the
honest,
same for 2 years.
I don't watch all of your videos.
Because you don't know how to Instagram, boomer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put creamer from the fridge into the swirly. Swirly
First of
makes
all,
it.
let's unpack that first statement. So you go to the store
Mhm.
and you buy some creamer, right?
Mhm.
You bring it
Chobani,
home.
because it's made with real cream.
Sure. You get home, you take it out
Yeah.
of the bag, and then
Hmm.
you put it right in the fridge, right?
Sometimes.
When you don't put it in the fridge right away, is there a step that you may or may not do in between versus just putting the container that has the creamer already in the fridge? Do you take an extra step at
Yeah.
all?
Hmm.
What step might that be? I'm curious. I'm curious here. Teach me something.
First of all, you're not the only person that's also mad about this.
No, not about whatever could you mean?
I sometimes, most of the time, take my
Often.
creamer and pour it in an acrylic carton. And I do that for two reasons. The first reason is because it's aesthetically pleasing and I fucking want to. And that should be reason enough. The second reason is because the Chobani flavors all actually pair really well. And so when you're down to like this much in your acrylic carton, I can pour a new flavor into it. And now I've created a different flavor. For example, the one I've been using for about 2 weeks now is sweet cream and caramel macchiato all mixed together because that carton holds more than a normal creamer carton. And so it's like a fun little concoction that I get to experience that no one else gets to experience because they don't have a cute acrylic carton in their fridge.
Some people use cast iron. Some people make infinity bottles of bourbon. And some people make infinity bottles of coffee
Of creamer.
creamer.
Yeah, it's my infinity
Yeah.
bottle, except my cat's not going to throw it on the floor and ruin my life.
Well, it'd be in the fridge anyway. Anyways, so you take the container with the liquid in it, and then you put it in another container that holds the same amount of liquid from the container that you poured it from for reasons.
No, it holds
And then,
more.
and then,
What do you mean? And then I put it in the swirly.
yeah, you were trying to describe how you made coffee, and I had to pause you because you
You're
do
a
weird
hater.
stuff.
No, I do things that make me happy. So today's episode is called Straws, Shirts, Terries, and Swirlies.
Yikes. I don't know if we can say that anymore.
I don't know, but that's going to be a pretty good clip.
Yeah.
I'm sick of you.
So,
Apparently, we need to do a Goofy movie watch party.
all right.
So I'll
Pretty
see
sure
you
we can.
Saturday.
Yeah, we can find a way to see eye to eye.
I know the song lyrics.
All right. Did you
What are you doing
hear
this
that?
weekend? We're going social districting.
You can bring your green
They're,
hat.
no, they're piloting social districting here.
Yeah, we have social district, just not on festival day. The last episodes of Cobra Kai just dropped.
I'm not watching that stupid show.
Oh, you're missing out.
Am I?
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like there was
You,
something else I had to tell you. Are you just
oh,
gonna hang up?
no, I don't know how to. I don't
You
know
look
how to
like
do that.
you look like you were trying to find the leave button again.
Yeah, Liam. X. You want to hear the most annoying noise in the world?